These people have engaged in such despicable behavior towards the public, towards the parents, towards the children, that they've got to go now. They have to resign. There's just no question about it.
No question about this man's attitude towards his school board of trustees, and he's just one of hundreds, if not thousands, clamoring for their resignations. What's caused all this furor? Find out next on Full Disclosure.
Leslie Dutton has been following the ongoing war between the citizens of South Orange County and the Capo Unified School District. Tom Russell explains that the conflict has escalated to criminal indictments against the school superintendent.
The Orange County District Attorney had filed indictments against 2 of the CUSD staff members, former staff members, and that would be the former superintendent, James Fleming, and another former associate superintendent, Susan McGill. And they involved collectively 5 felony counts, including things such as conspiracy, misappropriation of funds, and in one case, perjury.
And you will see that this corruption goes much deeper into the organization, I believe, than we have currently seen. And I think fundamentally it comes down to a cycle where elected officials allowed staff to go free, and then staff ended up appointing some of these officials back into positions, and the public was not able to get their voice heard. And I think we'll see that a lot of these trustees will receive a lot more pressure to step down because, frankly, they have not done their job.
The criminal charges stem from the school district creating an enemies list of activists working to recall members of the school board.
I'd like to tell you a little bit about that enemies list. I am the mayor of Rancho Santa Margarita, an elected official. My name is on that enemies list. That's bad, but it gets worse. My wife's name is on that enemies list. I have 4 kids. Their names are on this enemies list. They use school district resources to find out where my kids went to school, what grades they were in, and they listed all of this in a spreadsheet format of enemies.
I had parents of special needs students come to me who had helped or worked with me on trying to find out about Mello-Roos that would come with stories about how their child was being mistreated within the school system as retaliation for their involvement, for finding out about where our tax dollars were going.
I think the fact that Fleming's own arrogance, which led to creating the enemies list, and the children being listed on that list is certainly reflective of the attitude that the trustees had allowed to permeate within that district over a period of time.
My employer called me into her office one day and started quizzing me about what I was doing with the school district. I was working in Marina del Rey, which is 60 miles north of Aliso Viejo and 60 miles north of the school district. So I was a little bit stunned as to why my employer would be asking me questions about things that had nothing to do with my employment.
Being full disclosure, Leslie attempted many times to get interviews with all the trustees, but the old guard is still refusing to talk to Full Disclosure. However, 2 of the newly elected board members, Ellen Adonizo and Anna Bryson, agreed to appear on camera.
I think it's reprehensible that trustees did not hold the superintendent accountable for his actions. He is accountable to the board for his actions, and the board is accountable to the constituency for their actions, and both groups failed.
Accountability is something you accept when you go on any board. I am on other boards, and I am held equally accountable to everyone on those boards.
Apparently, with 4 incumbent members holding the majority, the board continues with the same approach and the same attitude as before.
Give us an illustration of how things have not changed.
Well, I can think of a really good one. At the May 7th board meeting, one of the constituents stood up and called into question Marlene Draper's conflict of interest in having her daughter as the head of the district's lead environmental firm, and had been for many years. This has been problematic for a long time. The response was, instead of recusing herself, as suggested by their independent investigator just before, and under assurances from that investigator that we wouldn't see such votes by Draper again, she went ahead and voted on the item anyway. And then she tore into the public for having challenged her and actually said this. She said that the independent investigator's report did not say that what I did was technically illegal. It just said that it smelled. Well, I'll tell you what. Maybe if it smells, that's good enough for Draper, but it isn't good enough for our school district. And that's a real part of the problem with this board. they don't understand that when something smells, it's not good for those kids.
Mayor Pro Tem Gary Thompson shared a disturbing example of the arrogance displayed by the current president of the Capo Board of Trustees.
As an example, just at a recent board meeting, the current president of the board, Sheila Beneke, one of the 4 original trustees, referred to these parents, these residents that have been working hard to get to the bottom of the answers to the district's problems and trying to rectify the situation, referred to them as jackasses and slithering snakes. That is unquestionably the most disrespectful rhetoric that any person sitting in a position of as a public servant could possibly give towards the people they serve. It's reprehensible that they would even say that, let alone think it, and it just shows a reflection of how they are and why they need to go, and they need to go now.
Gail Revis, mayor of neighboring Mission Viejo, echoes Mr. Thompson's concern.
I think that the President's statements are indicative of her contempt that she holds for all of us, and that in and of itself is a good enough reason to say, bid her a fond adieu.
Right now, there is a tidal wave of condemnation coming upon these 4 elected trustees.
Good public servants would recognize the fact that when you get to the point where you no longer have the support of the people, that for the good of the community and for the best interests of the organization you represent, it is time to step aside.
Because guess what? Education is all about preparing people for the future. And if you can't do that, you need to move aside.
Well, I think ultimately it's time for them to step up and realize that they are complicit in this whole affair, and they need to step down from their positions.
At this point, if there's such a problem and such a mistrust, the better thing to do is for the trustees who's watched all of this happen on to say, okay, there have been mistakes, and let's let others, after all these years, it's time for some fresh perspective, some fresh voices to come on and step back and let others take over.
If immediate reform and change is not put in place, I fear that this district could find itself unable to pay its bills and unable to conduct its basic business, which could lead to serious legal consequence where other agencies may need to step in and conduct the basic business of the school district. That's my fear. I hope that doesn't happen. As long as these 4 Fleming regime trustees remain in place, I think the likelihood of such a situation is increased, and that worries me.
If you'd like to know the whole story of how the citizens fought back to take control of their school district, Full Disclosure has documented the complete history of the war on CUSD in 6 half-hour shows, along with 3 stimulating video blogs, all available on DVD. The 6 half-hour shows start with the rousing Citizens Declare War on Their School Board, Part 1 and 2, followed by the 2 parts of Citizens Provoke DA Raids, and concluding with the provocative Should They Step Aside? Along with these 6 shows is another DVD featuring the video blogs that roused the citizens of South Orange County to action, including School Corruption Sparks Citizen Revolt, Recall Election Corrupted, and the video blog taking the entire election process to task. Has the OC voter registrar broken down? All of these remarkable DVDs are for sale from Full Disclosure either on our website or by calling 310-822-4449. Don't miss this opportunity to own the whole series, depicting a scene in American politics where the citizens took on their local school board and won.